Hello, it's me, the #1 least snarky YouTuber. Today we're going to be talking about NationStates Trading Cards, what they are, how to play them, and really the whole gist of the concept, just chronicled on YouTube. Anyways, there's one thing in particular to get out of the way before we begin. NationStates Trading Cards are broken. Kind of. And now, a basic introduction to NationStates Trading Cards, better known as NS cards, or cards if you're lazy like me. According to the NationStates.net Frequently Asked Questions page, cards are cosmetic. They grant no benefits other than the warm, fuzzy feeling of owning them. Which, when you think about it, is really what most real-world vanity objects are anyway. So what makes trading cards worth collecting? Well, there are a number of things that you can do with them, but first you need to actually acquire some cards. In order to do so, simply answer one of the issues in your nation's Issues tab. For every issue answered, there is an estimated 1 in 5 chance of receiving a trading card pack. You can view this pack at the bottom of the issue received it, or in the Cards tab of your Nation page. Click on the pack to open it and reveal 5 cards. Click on the cards to flip them over to reveal their value and identity. If you are not receiving card packs from issues, or not receiving issues entirely, check your settings to see if issues are disabled or if you have opted out of trading cards. Now, if you follow the steps I gave you, you should eventually have a couple dozen cards. There are 6 rarities of cards. From least to most valuable they are common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, epic, and legendary. It is believed that the rarity of a card is determined by the number and weight of the top 10, 5, and 1% trophies you have, as well as other awards like Issues Author and Game Moderator. Depending on a card's rarity, it has an automatic base value. Value is determined by a made-up currency called bank. For commons, it's 0.01 bank, 0.05 bank for uncommons, 0.1 bank for rares, 0.25 bank for ultra rares, 0.5 bank for epics, and 1 bank for legendaries. This is also the amount you receive when you junk a card, a feature which destroys a card giving you back its base rarity. But rarity isn't everything, and some cards can be more or less valuable than their base rarity. But I'll talk about that a little bit more later. Now that you have cards in your deck, you can finally do something with them. Of course, the easiest thing to do is just to let them stay in your deck. However, the more you choose to do this, the less opportunity you have to increase your deck value. Deck value is a value that accounts for the entire value of all of the cards you own on a single nation. This value is the value that affects your international artwork stat, and thus comes into play in the competitive side of NationStates cards. On your cards page, there should be an icon on the top right that says Market. This is your portal to the greater world of NS cards. In the market, you can bid on and sell cards for whatever you'd like. Usually, the bid on a card is higher than the market value given, and that's why it's up for auction in the first place. An auction lasts 60 minutes, but every time a bid is made, the timer goes up by a minute. Multiple bids can occur on multiple sales on the same card at the same time, which is where bidding wars begin. How much a card sells for on the market can increase its market value. Market value is calculated by averaging the past 10 sales of a trading card. Market value can be above or below a card's base value, but usually above. Because you can bid as high or low as you want on the market, this can lead to numerous exploits. The main exploit for most cards is a strategy called inflation, and here's the gist of it. A nation puts a card up for auction at a very high price, let's say 1,000 bank. Then, they either use a puppet nation or another player's nation to bid on that very high amount. By buying either multiple copies of the card at the same time or by slowly bidding separately, a card's market value can skyrocket. These cards become worth hundreds of market value and can therefore be used to bolster your nation's international artwork stat, thus allowing you to quickly rise up the ranks of the card's community. Another easy exploit, this time to accumulate bank, is called bank transfer. This is done similar to inflating, but only serves to transfer raw bank to one nation or another from one of your puppets. As you can see, the main reason these exploits work is due to the fact that you can create alt accounts to farm cards, as well as on your main account. This brings me to our next topic, card farming. Card farming is the easiest and primary way to increase your deck value and accumulate bank. To card farm, you must have at least one alt account on NationStates on which you can answer issues and collect cards. It is more effective to have several dozen alts as the process is done quicker that way. Wait for the maximum amount of issues to accumulate on those alt nations, and then answer issues on those alts as normal. But then use the spoils of your labor on those alts to benefit your main nation. This can be done through the gift feature. To gift a card to another nation, click the gift button that appears on a card when it is selected. It should be on the right next to the junk button. Type in the name of the nation you wish to donate your card to and pay the base value to transfer it. Raw bank can be transferred as through the aforementioned bank transfer exploit. Look at you now, you card czar. Now you know all of the basics of NationStates Trading Cards, and you can now rise up the ranks like all the other great card players. But you have yet to learn of the culture of NS cards, which is very important, and I will speak briefly on it with what I know. But first, there are two more technical aspects of succeeding in trading cards that the regular card farmer won't participate in that I'd like to talk about. Those two being the bid snipe and the use of scripts. Bid sniping is a technique used to steal a good deal on a card you want, or most commonly an inflated card being sold for less than its value, that being called deflation. In reality, this can only happen when there are two sales of the same card, one only a few bank higher or lower than the other. Scripts are programs that I don't know how to use that automatically answer issues on your various card farms with you having to do little to nothing. If you have questions about card scripts, ask a more helpful member of the trading card community, who could definitely help you much more than I could. Like, I can't help you at all. Anyway, you'll probably find some of those people in the official NationStates Trading Cards Discord server. Link is in the description, by the way. It'll only be active for a little while after this video goes up, so if you want a new one, just put a comment down below. But now I've talked too much about the technical side, let's have some fun. The most important people in the trading cards community are the top nations. People like Giovanni Land, Combe Cobb, Mike Swill, and 9008 if I'm saying their name correctly. People who currently sit at the top of the NationStates Cards food chain. Respect them. Many of them have started or participate in a cards guild, a notable example being the Card Gardens. Card guilds are exactly what they sound like and serve as an alliance to grow in deck value and prestige collectively. If your nation presides in a large region, like one of the Pacifics, there's usually a regional card guild that you can join there. On the comedic side of things, there is of course Max Berry. No, not him. Him. There we go. Stemming from the misspelling of the creator of NationStates' name and the fruit that coincides with that word, we have received this image. Beautiful. Of course, you can indulge yourself in the fun by participating in the NationStates Card Discord I previously linked, or by talking about this one funny thing within Insert Card Guild here. Or be creative and original and make your own inside joke, like giving Barley a Teslandia card. Ah yes, very nice. Or even the absence of the Trading Cards Season 3. Trading Cards Season 1 was implemented April 1st, 2018, and Season 2 was implemented November 28th, 2019. It's been so long. I'm so cold. Anyways, that's the video. If this video does well enough, I might make more consistent nation-states related content. If it doesn't, I probably still will. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I hope you had fun watching. I hope you all have a nice day, and remember, Hail Baloo.